Hey y'all, I hope everybody's doing well. Well, in this series, pick one, I have picked one. And that means you can only pick one. And this is of hair tools. And it is a flat iron. And there are so many out there that are really good from what I hear. I'm not a huge flat ironer. I know I had a choice between this one and a Chi, and it was tough because it was the sprinkled pink Chi, and I chose this one. Which one, you might ask? Well, how you doing? I chose Fahrenheit, and this is the Beehive finish, so it looks like little honeycombs. It gets definitely hot enough that I would say this is all that I need, and it has a microchip temperature control, and there's all kinds of good things that you can name about this, but I'm just going to tell you it definitely serves my needs. And I thought, well, what are those needs? So I thought I would just show you. So I'm going to flat iron my hair real quick. I would always use some sort of a protectant, and this has got to be by Schwarzkopf. I can never say that right, but it's the Guardian Angel, and you can get this at the drugstore or the grocery store, and it's up to 425 degrees heat protectant, and it leaves a glossy finish. So it is a flat iron bomb, and I would definitely encourage you guys, definitely do that. Always shake it up, because you know when things sit, all the goodie ingredients go to the bottom. I don't know that you really need to do that. And I don't brush out my hair or anything first. I'm going to go ahead and part my hair in the back just because it's easier for me. And I only spray to about here down because that's all I flat iron. So I hold it back, and about 4 little things each. And then as it's drying, I just come through it. Because also you're going to need to get little 1 to 2 inch portions of your hair anyway. And so it's just a good time to go ahead and comb through your hair and kind of get it lying down. And you can always fluff it back up later, for those of you who say, but that's not how I use one. That's okay. And by the way, I wanted to say, if you had to pick one brush, it would be the wet brush. I absolutely love this. Bree says hi. Bree, I don't know where it is. No, I can't get it. But anyway, I love this because did you see? Not one tangle. Bree, where? Oh, sorry, y'all. Bree comes first. Sorry. But anyway, so look, just no tangles. By the way, don't ever rip through your hair. Always start at the bottom and get the tangles that you come into out. And then you come through and there's nothing for it to tangle with on the end. Okay, so I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to section out my little hair. I do little twists. I don't even use clips. I just section out my hair, twist it, and I'm pulling all my hair forward, this upper hair as well, except when I'm going to do first. And I always start with the back bottom first. And I do one last little pass, and I'm going to be curling this away from my face. I'm going to do kind of the wavy look that's kind of in right now. And okay, so where am I? Alright, yeah, because I don't want big curls either. So again, you just take your flat iron, go about halfway up, and just kind of bend it. Just bend it and pull it through. And see how that makes it straight. Now, if I want to make a little bit of a wave curl, which I do, so I usually do 2 passes, then I curl a little more, hold it a hair longer, and it gives just enough. That's all I want, especially for the longer pieces in the back. And again, this is set on 325. I don't know that you really, if you color treat your hair or if you're older, that you should go any hotter than that. You guys see I've got just my little wave. That's all I want. I do 2 passes. Again, I'm kind of bending it a little as I go and keep it moving. Even with the protectant on it, you can fry your hair, guys. So see how it's just a little wave? That's all I want. And I'm going to do this in 2 pieces because I want a top piece and I want a bottom piece on this. Hold on. So I'm going to do my bottom piece first. I always do the bottom first. And it's a smaller piece. I'm purposely doing a smaller piece at a time, letting it pass through. And there it is. See how it's almost like a curl. And I don't want like a corkscrew curl out of this. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for like having the end of the piece kind of straight. And again, this is the one where I'm going to do a little more of a bend early up, because this is kind of going to lay on top of everything else. See how it's just it's like a little wave. That's all I want. What does this look? Well, this is kind of, I think it's like an LA look, if you want to know the truth. A beachy look, beachy waves. Well, I don't live on the beach, but it is a young look, and so I'm just doing it. And then all I do is run my fingers through it just a little bit, and then I'm going to take one last piece, and that's going to be a top piece that just kind of, actually I'll make two, that just kind of makes it look like I meant to do this. And again, keep it moving. There's that one. And then I want one more back here. Kind of up here. I will use my brush one last time on that one. And again, keep it moving. You never start at the very top. You want to have a little bit of straight hair before you do this. If you need to straighten your hair a little before you do this, then do that. I'm not going to, maybe I'll do a little more right there. I don't want to overdo it because I always do too many curls. And then while it's cooling, just let it be like that. Just let it cool. And you can not use hairspray. You can pull apart a curl if you think it's just too predictable, and lengthen one out and not the other, or something like that. Kind of foof it up away from your face. And I'm going to go ahead and just do this side too. But anyway, that's all there is to it. Nothing fancy. This is just for a very, very casual look. Now, for me, the more fussy, if you will, that you want your hair to look, the deeper the curl. That's just for me. Some people will go that they will do, and I do like this look, by the way. They will do an even more straight, flat look, like a ponytail that's really straight, or something like that. See there? Just the bend. That's all I want. Don't want to get it too curly. Brie, honey. That baby. She just loved me. If I'm sweating, y'all, I'm so sorry. Woo. And I am a little shaky. I think I've had too much coffee today, y'all. I know I need to quit, or at least go to decaf only, but there's so many that I love that, whoops. I'm also doing this without my glasses, and I'm not up close, and I've got a nervous little dog, and you could have nervous little kids, and I would say around kids, be very careful. Remember, this is hot enough to cook a meal. Do you understand? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these short back pieces up here, red that out a little more, and again, I'm keeping it moving. There it goes. That's a little too straight on the end. Hold on. And yeah, guys, this is all to your preference. Like, for me, that was a little too straight, but for some people, they would bet, well, Beth, that's exactly what you want to do. That's straight enough. So it just needs to have a little bit of a fishtail ending that is straight. The difference is if you, like, do something that's really a curl, then it just looks more Shirley Temple. It looks more foofy. It looks maybe a little more old-fashioned. Some people like that. Like, I'm a big hair girl. That's from the 70s and 80s, and that is just who I was, and it's just who I still am in some ways, in really many regards. And so I still like it. Like, see, I like that big curl right there. But I did leave the fishtail end just to try to look with it. But if you're going to have longer hair, make sure that you're staying on trend, ladies, if you're older. I mean, don't try to look like a 20-year-old because you look like an idiot. But I really do. I think women that try to look like they're 20 years old look silly, because the 20-year-olds have their look, and they're kind of like, why are you in my world? They do. Talk to them. They do. That's how they feel. Like, why is she, like... It's sort of like a grown woman shopping in American Eagle or something like that. That it's like, okay, for a tank top maybe, but for the most part, that's kind of a young person's store, and I don't think they really appreciate you, like, entering their kingdom. You know what I mean? I'm going to do one more of these. And I'm going to start a little higher just because I don't want all the curls to be the same, you know, exact. thing, so I need one that's a little higher than the rest of them. It'll blend in like that. There. And you guys, that's it. I mean, if you want to add more, you can. You can brush out the underside with a brush, but it really kind of destroys the effect. And then just kind of finger out the curls, and don't overdo it. Like, that's enough. That right there is enough. And then I'm just going to do that. Kind of bring them all together. And that's it. And then you can spray it or leave it. It's up to you what you want to do, but be sure at this moment to cut off your curling iron. Again, I did that all at 325. I don't really think you should go any higher if you have blonde in your hair at all, but especially if you're older and you have blonde in your hair, guys, don't do that to your hair, because it is frying your hair. I mean, after all, this is extreme heat. This is what the temperature you cook cookies. Like, you could cook cookies. You know what I'm saying? So, my next video will be pick one eyeshadow quad, or eyeshadow palette, I should say. And so if I had to pick one, this would be the flat iron. I chose it over the Chi, and there's some other ones that I just really wasn't interested in the first place, but I really did like Fahrenheit. I liked it when it first came out in yellow, and it was like $200, and I was like, that's insane. And I got this at TJ Maxx for $24.99, and I think it's because nobody likes this honeycomb palette. I mean, design palette, yeah. Design on the piece, and actually I think that's kind of cool. It looks like beehive honey. Anyway, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to put my glasses back on now, and you can see the finished look. This is au naturel. So, y'all, it is so hot. My husband says it's not, but it's so hot in here that my glasses just fogged. Anyway, I hope you like it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Pick one. Pick Fahrenheit. Love you. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. I'm shaking from too much caffeine. Look at that.